கேமரா எப்படி செட் பண்றீங்க? மகேஷ் இன்னொரு டைம் பாருங்க. அது கிளாஸ் விட்டுல நீ என்ன படிக்கிறீங்க? கரெக்டா வருதா? ஃப்ரண்ட் கேமரா இப்படி போடு. இப்படி அப்படியே இல்ல ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா கேக்குதா? கொஞ்சம் போன புடி. அப்படியா? சரி சரி சரி. அங்க ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஒண்ணு போட்டாதான் நல்லா இருக்கும். சரி பாக்கலாம். ஓகே கேமரா மட்டும் பாத்துங்க. ஃபோன் மட்டும் பாத்துங்க. செட்டப் பண்ணி ரெக்கார்டிங் ஆன் பண்ணிடுங்க. ஆன் இல்லனா சாப்ற பேட்டரி ஏதோ ஆஃப் ஆயிடுது. நீங்க க்ளோஸ் பண்ணும்போது போர்ட்ல போய் இந்த ஸ்டாப் அப்புறம் யூடியூப் சிவா 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 classical dance யார் பாக்குற யார் அந்த சாங் ப்ளே பண்றாங்க டான்ஸ் நீ ப்ளே பண்ணுவல சாதாரண பை சார் சார் இது மெயின் ஸ்டேஜ் இது கவர் பண்றது இது வச்சு கவர் பண்றது இதுதான் மெயின் ஸ்டேஜ் एक्चुअली கவர் பண்றது சரி அப்படியே திருப்பி திருப்பி வெச்சிக்கோ போர்ட்ரேட்ல இருக்கறதா கேட்டேன் ட்ரிபிள் கேமரால வந்து வைட் ஆங்கிள் ஜூம்ல சரி இப்ப இப்படியே வெச்சு திருப்பிக்கணுமா ஐபோன் 13 ப்ரோ एक्चुअली அது 12 இருந்துச்சுனா இங்க செட் பண்ணிடலாம் சேம் சேம் நீ டவுட்ஸ் நடக்கலாமா 9:45 கிளாஸ் போயிட்டு வந்துறேன் கிளாஸ் போனா கூட நீங்க எந்த கிளாஸ்ல இருப்பீங்க சொல்லிடுங்க நாங்க அங்கே வந்துறோம் என்ன வந்தவங்க வேணும்னு சொல்ல முடியாது இல்ல சின்ன ஸ்பேஸ் பத்தாதுங்க என்ன மார்னிங் திருப்பி அனுப்பிச்சாச்சு மறுபடியும் அதுக்கப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் பேர் அனுப்பிச்சா இதெல்லாம் நம்ம அவங்களோட ஸ்பேஸ் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம் ஒரு கிளாஸ் ரூம் 120% ஒரு டேபிள் தானே பிரியா சேர்மன் வந்தா கூட ஒரு டேபிள் தான் பண்ணலாம் வேற எங்க இருக்குல்ல நான் தான் எடுத்து வந்து போட்டுக்கிறது இல்ல ஹேண்டில் இல்ல சோ அதுக்கு கால் பண்ணனா சொல்லுங்க
யூடியூப் அப்படிதான் ஓபன் பண்ணுவேன். அதுல இருந்துட்டு ஒழுங்கா வரல.
கேக்குதா பாரு.
Good morning.
As we start the session, I request you all to kindly be seated. To accomplish great things, we must not only act but also dream, not only plan but also believe. One more fold in the dream of our institution is gradually getting unwrapped today as we stand here to welcome the new batch of students who are filled with hope and enthusiasm into our second home, SRMIST College of Management, Ramapuram. I would like to extend a very good morning to all the dignitaries, guests, faculty members, our alumnus, and my friends and my beloved juniors who have come here with great joy and immense exultation. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to everyone present here to the inauguration of first year MBA program 2022-2023 batch.
On this auspicious occasion, it is a proud privilege to have Mr. Balaji Sadagopan, Chief Operating Officer of Charkings, Chennai, and Mr. Rajarajan, Chief Operating Officer of MGM Healthcare, Chennai with us. It is further a great pleasure to have our Chief Director, Dr. N. Sedaraman, and our Director, Dr. V. Subaya Bharati, with us and supporting us. It is a privilege for me to welcome our Dean, Dr. C. Sundar, and our HOD, Dr. R. Arunmali, and Mr. S. Jayaram, Regional Head of Business Standard. I would also like to thank our alumni, Ms. Jane L.C. Susan, for her gracious presence. Let me put forward a big thank you to all who are present here on this occasion with us. We are truly overwhelmed by your presence. To begin this day orderly, let us first invoke the presence of Almighty, without whose guidance this program would have been just black and white. May I now request you all to raise your feet for the invocation to our mother tongue.
நிலவரங்கு தேர்ந்தொழுகும் நீராடும் வரதமென திகழ்பரத கண்டவது விக்கரமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடன பிறநாடும் தக்க சில பிறனுதலும் தருத்தரும் திலகமுமே திலக வாசனை போலும் துலகும் இன்பமுட இசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திரும்பியம் இசைய மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே. As we seek the blessings of God, I would like to introduce ourselves. You have me, Priyanka, and my friend Hamad here to take you over the session. Dance, by definition, is rhythmic movement to music, using prescribed and improvised steps and gestures. But its actual meaning transcends this definition into a spiritual activity, into a physical form. Let's glorify the Lord Almighty through the graceful entry of the spiritual dance.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि चतुराय गानकानाय गानाकरामणि गानोत्सुकाय गानमस्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुमुदिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थाय गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यजनक्षेत्रे गुरुदैवजनाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतपुत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्माय गन्धवन्ताय गोदयवदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रवीताय सर्वराजाय गन्धाय सर्वदान श्रवणप्रणयिने गुणवते गणपते एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Thank you, Pooja, for adding the auspicious light of a spiritual glow to the program.
Lightning is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of light, similarly, blessings bring in our life prosperity and happiness. To make this morning a blessed one, we will invoke the blessings of Almighty by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. For seeking the choice of this blessing, I would like to call the dignitaries to join us in lighting the
Let us now welcome the man who doesn't need any introduction and known amongst us for his wisdom and his knowledge. Our Honorable Dean of Colleges Management, Dr. C. Sundar, to welcome the gathering.
Distinguished dignitaries sitting on the dais, my faculty colleague, the admission team, the budding management professionals of 22-23 and my senior MBA student. Very good morning to one and all present. It's my indeed pleasure and joy to be part of this inaugural ceremony of MBA 22-23. So I like to share a few important highlights before moving and formally welcome the gathering on this auspicious occasion. So we extend a welcome to Mr. Rajarajan sir, Chief Operating Officer, MGM Healthcare, who is arrived now. Dear students, SRM Ramapuram School of Management, established in the year 2007. You are the 15th batch of this prestigious institution. This academic year, 22-23, we received 4,213 applications for the management program MBA for Ramapuram campus. Out of 4,213, you are fortunate enough you got seat or you got placed in SRM Ramapuram office. So 120 our sanction strength. It's a 14 times more than we received the application this particular academic year. Year on year, the application what we received for the program of MBA is increasing very drastically. It shows that the utmost quality what we deliver, the utmost the delight what we do for the student community. SRM Ramapuram School of Management offering a BBA, MBA and PhD program. So I like to highlight how we differ. So why students prefer to take up MBA in SRM Ramapuram? So what made the student community to take up their higher education choice in SRM Ramapuram? We differ in academics. So our curriculum and regulation crafted at most par with the international standard. So we have advisory board both from the corporate as well as the premium academic institutions. In that crafting of academic regulation and curriculum and syllabus, we involve the alumni also. So each and every year, if you see our syllabus and curriculum, each and every year it will change. So we are moving towards the industrial changes. Change is a permanent one. So we differ in terms of the academics, and we differ in terms of delivering the academics. How we differ from other institutions. So we normally take the pedagogy of simulation exercise, case studies, role play, and will provide the experiential learning to our student community. We differ in academics in other aspects of providing value-added courses. So each and every year, so what is the highlight and what are the changes happening in the industry? Apart from the core course, we will provide the value-added program like Advanced Excel, SPSS, and Tally. So how it will improve the job prospects and how it will encourage the student to take up entrepreneurial venture, we will differ from others. And coming to the placement, so SRM Ramapuram management is well known for the placement. Each and every year, we are breaking our own records in terms of median salary, in terms of highest salary. So last academic year, we touched 20 lakhs per annum. And now we set the target more than 20 lakhs per annum. So usual placement percentage will be 70%. And we'll also encourage our students to take up entrepreneurial venture. We create such kind of ecosystem of startup and entrepreneurial journey. So in this connection, we invite the entrepreneurs, those who have successful entrepreneur, not successful entrepreneur, to our campus to share their experience, how they start up from the scratch and how they achieve this goal. So how we differ in terms of the holistic development to the student community. So normally all the colleges offering MBA program, so they deliver and so they will complete and you will get the degree. But here you will at last you will have two kinds of certificate. So one thing is your degree certificate MBA. The another thing is your placement offer, and the way our faculty will deliver the quality teaching, it's somewhat differ. Normally, we claim as we are providing the experiential learning or application oriented. So here you are going to study. It's not a normal course of almost most of the student. You may acquire the science and humanities degree or engineering degree or pharmacy or English literature. But coming to this particular juncture of choosing MBA as your career path, so you have to differentiate from others and you have to differentiate from others. Then only you can able to sustain or you can give your own competence to the other people coming out of from the MBA department. So it's not just like the path. So because post-graduation is the last journey of your regular educational path. So next 2 years, how you are going to spend, how you are going to utilize, and how you are going to travel with us. So that will lead you for craving your life. So because after that, you have to settle in your life. So this 2-year period, how we are going to utilize very prominently and properly. So you are fortunate enough, we have very good faculty member in School of Management. So not faculty member, they are the faculty mentors. So they will provide all kinds of support and services for the student betterment and student development. So this shows that we are receiving a lot of application. Still we have, so still we have a lot of pressure from the different sphere to get an MBA seat from SRM School of Management. So that is a situation where we are. I am very much privileged and happy to travel with you all for the next 2 years as a family, and we work together and to achieve the success of your success in your life. So repeatedly, I'm saying this 2-year period plays a very, very vital role of you. So we provide the close industry institute interaction. So frequently, the person from the industry, they will come in and they will share their experience. Each and every occasion, we will mentor you, we will guide you to take the right decisions. So if you see the backdrop or the banner, College of Management, below that our caption is creating business leader. We will not create manager, we will create leader. So, you know, as the student or as the people, you know the difference between a manager and a leader. At present, the 21st century, the corporate need more number of leaders, not the managers. So right from day one, we'll strive to improve your all skill set and all capabilities to improve your leadership skill set. So as well as to improve your employment prospects. So I am proud and privileged to be part of this inaugural, we'll not call it inaugural ceremony, it's an inaugural celebrations. So this is a kind of celebration as a faculty we have. So we are going to face the new set of students for the SRM Ramapuram School of Management. So with this preliminary introduction about the SRM School of Management, so my duty is formally welcome the guests and other dignitaries who are assembled and participated in today's program. First and foremost, it's my pleasure and honor in welcoming today's chief guest, Mr. Rajarajan sir, Chief Operating Officer from MBA Healthcare. And it's my honor and privilege in welcoming Mr. Balaji Sadagopan sir, Chief Operating Officer from Chai Kings. Why I say that it's a celebration, it's not a ceremony. So if you see the guest itself, you know how we are different from others. So healthcare and the food retail chain outlet, so in their respective field, they redefine the entire business scenario in a different version. So MGM Healthcare, so you know that if possible, you can also go through the website. I can see that So in what way they are providing the healthcare facility, how they are differentiate, because in Chennai is a healthcare hub, so medical hub, but they came out with the latest probably 3-4 years back, but how they position themselves among the other healthcare. So even Apollo Hospital playing the very monopoly role, but after their establishment, they captured the sizable size of market. So how they are differentiated, so what type of innovative services they provide to the patients as well as those people needed medical treatment. So that we are fortunate enough today we have Mr. Rajarajan sir, Chief Operating. So Operating Officer, Chief Operating Officer plays a very key and vital role for the entire managing the organization. Sir, once again, by giving a round of applause, very big applause. Sir, you know, so 15 years back, if you say that a tea shop or tea stall, it's a very dirty place and with a dim light and all other. So normally we call it a tea shop in that way. But recent past, lot of people, lot of young startup entrepreneurs, so they are entirely redefining the entire business process. So one such kind of thing is Mr. Chai Kings. So you can imagine that now they are playing the prominent store outlet and the store layout. So now it's a kind of modern retail. So now that is the lesson learned from these particular businesses. So there is a plenty of opportunity before the student community, before entire every one of us. So how we are looking and how we will observe, how we are taking, how we are making things. So we cannot always speak about these are the constraints and these are the challenges. How we are overcome the challenge. So one, the Chai King, you can also go through the website or you can go experience your experience in the Chai King retail outlet, how they redefine the entire the chai industry. So by giving a round of applause, we welcome all of you. And the driving force of SRMIST Ramapuram campus. So how we are running behind them. So they are guiding us, they are mentoring us, and they are giving the right input to take the right decision. So none other than our respectable and honorable Chief Director, sir. So Dr. Sethuraman, sir, our Chief Director of SRMIST Ramapuram and Trichy campuses. Sir, we welcome on behalf of School of Management, we humbly welcome you. And we also extend our gratitude for accepting our invitation and to be part of this program. Sir is, before taking up Chief Director, Sir has acted as a registrar for SRMIST. It's a record breaking. So more than 9 years, Sir has acted as a registrar in SRMIST. So no one has touched in that particular long-lasting registrar of SRMIST. And Sir, we welcome you, Sir. And so our guiding force, our close mentor. Whenever we have the difficult situation, so you'll go and discuss with that particular gentleman and professional. He's a leader. So none other than Dr. V. Subhaya Bharati, sir, the director of SRM Group of Institution Ramapuram campus. So extend warm welcome and thanks and gratitude to our director for participating to this inaugural ceremony of 22-23 batch. And always we closely associate with our alumni. The success and the development happens of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, School of Management, Ramapuram, because of our alumni, support of alumni, and the help rendered by the alumni. So we are here. So I am proudly and happily welcoming our distinguished alumni, Ms. Susan, of 2013-15 batch hostel. Was super senior. She is with us and she is working as an assistant associate director. She is having before coming to MBA in Ramapuram campus. She already has work experience in the World Vision, right, Susan? So World Vision, and she joined and she got placed in a company. Now she is achieved the position of associate director. So we welcome you, Susan. I'm happy to welcome the head of the department, School of Management, Dr. Arun sir. And Sir is with us for the past 14 years. the growth of the management department. And I welcome the faculty mentor or faculty colleagues of SRM School of Management. All faculty are sitting here. So kindly ask the faculty to stand up for a moment, and so that the students of first year they can see. So we'll also give a round of applause to the faculty. And now the well-wisher of School of Management, and whenever we need the help from the industry, to associate with the industry, to interact with the industry, so immediately our mind will tell one particular name, so that nothing but Mr. Jayaraman sir, the regional head of business standard. We are collaborating with the business standard in all means, and so whenever so we have any support required from the industry, so repeatedly saying that not only will help to the department, you closely associate with the student community, you will provide a lot of interns as well as the final project. And so we also humbly welcome Mr. Jayaraman sir and extend our gratitude in this occasion for the Jayaraman sir. And so it's a special privilege in welcoming the admission team of the SRMIST. They work round the clock, and because of them, you are here. So all the process taken care by the admission team. So my special invite, they are here today. So my greetings and gratitude to all the people, admission team, they are sitting here. And those seniors, you can see the way we react of School of Management. So all side, both side, your seniors, they are standing here. They are providing all kinds of services without any dignity. So once that is a bondage between the our student community as well as the department. So they are working for the past 1 week to make this program a successful one. So they will not see the time, they will not see the day. Even the faculty as a department will not see anything. So our only motto is the holistic development of the department as well as the student. So by giving the round of applause as a junior, welcome. And so on behalf of the SRMIST, as your whole, we wholeheartedly welcome the juniors and the batch of 22-23 joining the family of SRMIST Ramapuram campus. You are going to stay back with us not only for 2 years period, it's a regular education, but our association, our connectivity will be lifelong. So that is a motto what we are working. So wherever the batch, even 2015 batch, we invited immediately, she turned up. Even 2007, we started 7 to 15. It's almost a 15 years batch. Almost all the batch, all the students we have inside, they were treated. It's in a second home. So rightly pointed out by the MC Priyanka, SRM Ramapuram is a second home for all our student alumni. So dear students, I assure you today, definitely will provide you the best education, the best management education. We'll assure you that definitely will provide you holistic development of all. So the only thing is 2-year period, 2 years we have to utilize very properly, and all we are here to support you. We'll join together and achieve the success. If you are happy, your family will be happy. Your family and you are happy, we are happy. So that is the entire thing. So once again, on behalf of SRMIST, I welcome each and everyone present in this, and also those are viewing through our YouTube live. So on those people also, I will extend my welcome. So thank you very much, and thank you. Anyway, we are going to have a close interaction. So we'll meet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the enlightened talk. The success of any event is determined by the inspiring presence of greater personalities who leads a charisma to the occasion, and we are extremely privileged to extend a hearty welcome to our guests with a memento. I now request Dr. M. Sethuraman, Chief Director of SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram and Kochi campuses, to hand over the memento to Mr. Raj Rajan, Chief Operating Officer of MBA Healthcare. I may now request Dr. V. Subbaya Bharati, Director, SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram Campus, to hand over the memento to Mr. Balaji Sadagopan, Chief Operating Officer, Chai Kings, Chennai. Now, I would like to request our Dean, Dr. C. Sundar, to hand over the memento to Mr. Jayaraman, Regional Head, Marketing Development of Business Channel.
Thank you. We think the success of an institution can be measured by the contribution that the alumni make to our life. I would be glad to call upon our alumni of 2013 to 2015 batch, Ms. Jane L. Susan, Associate Director of Petro Private Limited Industries.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Totally overwhelmed and filled with gratitude to stand in this place, the place which has built me. And I mean, as I saw my professors and dean and the HOD, I just relived my entire memory of being here in this beautiful campus in the year 2013 to 2015. Overall, my entire experience with SRM Ramapuram campus has been exceptional. And whenever a new batch comes in, the major expectation from the student would be to live their life to the fullest in the college. And the parents, they would want the student to get placed. So SRM Ramapuram is one such place where you will also enjoy your stay, your period of study in this organization. And by the end of the year, you'll also be placed. So we had great fun as your seniors, and it was not just only fun. We were always provided with a lot of opportunities to explore. So we had a good, neatly organized industrial visits where we had a lot of knowledge transfer happening. And also, at the same time, we had fun. We were never limited by any of our professors or the dean or the HOD. We have always been given the support to explore and take up all the opportunities. And when it comes to the placement cell, what can I say about it? The placement cell has actually transformed a lot of our lives. I remember, during my batch, I was the first person to get placed amongst all the three SRM campuses. And I thought it'll be like, okay, I just got placed and that would be the end of it. No, even at that time, they were like asking me to try out 2-3 offers. And that's when I got an offer with Accenture, and I was with Accenture for almost 7 to 8 years. And during that time, I remember our particular Ramapuram campus talking to the placement cell in Katangalapur and making sure that I attend the Accenture interview as well. So since I got placed in another organization, again, attending another interview might have been, it was really difficult, but I know they didn't leave any stones unturned when it comes to making me explore the opportunities. So, I don't think they have to go to the extra mile, but they were always willing to go to the extra mile, make sure that I utilize the opportunity properly. And yeah, so that has actually changed my life. All my corporate career was in Accenture, and that is an opportunity that I got only through SRM campus. And I'm totally filled with gratitude for all my professors who are here, who have not only been our professors, to be honest, they have also been our friends. So all our professors, we are all connected through social media, and we always do text. And whenever something we want to share with them, we do share with them. And we have always got good feedback from them, and they've always utilized us to the maximum. And the placement cell, Prakash sir is there, and even till date, we get all the updates. Like there are a lot of openings. There is an opening in this particular organization. We still get all the notifications, and a lot of my friends do follow the opportunities posted in the alumni group. So the entire experience has been such a way that you will feel the warmth as soon as you come in. The teachers are going to be your guides, your friends. They are going to be there, and without any ego, I'm telling you, I'm mentioning this particular word mainly because I know our batch was totally notorious and naughty, and I guess everybody feels like, okay, the tolerance level of our professors has been exceptional, and none of them like okay, they are, I mean, the batch is so naughty, why do I have to care? It was never that kind of an attitude. They've always taken care of us, like how they would take care of their own. So that is how it has been. And also, when it comes to other opportunities like the department meets, the intercollegiates, the culturals, we had a blast of our life. And it was such good experiences here. And when I was in the morning when I was traveling, I spoke to my batchmates. We had a conference call, and then we just had a blast. And we were just saying how this entire 2 years has been. I have the privilege of knowing 3 campuses in my life, my UG, and then another college in the US, and then the third has been with SRM Ramapuram. But I would say my most green and pleasant memories has been with SRM Ramapuram because of the staffs, the placement cell, the friends. It has been just outstanding. And yeah, right here in the cusp of youth, we all feel, we want to live our life to the fullest. But of course, we have to live our life to the fullest, but also explore our opportunities that is given by the organization, by your management, by your department. Make use of your placement cell, make use of all the opportunities given in terms of the college culturals and in terms of the other professional industrial visits and other activities that are given by the organization. I'm sure we'll be having a very, very great time. And in this moment, I would like to extend my very, very, very heartfelt thanks to the faculties, to all the professors, and to all the support staff who have been with us. And when our batch was there, I'm sure they will give that same warm and a very cozy welcome to all of you, and make sure that you feel at home. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. And I heartily welcome all of you to this beautiful organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Susan, for motivating us here. His words mean a lot to us, for they carry a lot of wisdom and vision for our future. I now request Dr. V. Subbaya Bharati, Director of SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram, to give us his words of felicitation.
Very good morning to all of you. At the outset, on behalf of the management of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, we express our gratitude to our guest today, Mr. Balaji Sadagopan and Mr. Ragarajan. On this auspicious day, we formally induct you all into the big family of SRM. Indeed, it is a big family of about 50,000 students presently studying across various campuses of SRM and several lakhs of alumni across continents. You should be very proud about it. You made a choice to join here after a lot of research. I'll tell you one more positive thing about adding to your choice, which is the unique advantage of SRM. It is the diversity. Diversity makes you more smart and competent. Telling about this campus, here you can meet students from Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat, almost all the states of India. Students are here with the different languages, different religions, different cultures. You have the opportunity to mingle with them. Not only that, you'll be able to meet students with architecture, dental sciences, engineering, arts and science. You may not know, tomorrow you'll be networking with a dental student to start a business, or you may join with an engineering student to develop a product. Possibilities are more. There are so many doors are being opened today. So which one you choose, that will determine your career. And as expressed by previous speakers, here in SRM, we no longer say what we deliver in the class as teaching. We more believe in learning. Not only that, it is not directed learning. It is more of self-learning. We promote self-learning in this campus. In that sense, most of your learning not happening inside the classroom, but happening outside the classroom. Because there are about 25 to 30 clubs are functioning in this campus, clubs, professional chapters, associations of different nature. You will have a personality development club, there will be a project club, there is eco club, there is a photography club, there is even a club called Deep Protect, which will teach you martial arts. So various range of clubs are there. Saturday, even though it is a holiday for our campus, but Saturday will be full of activities. So the interested group of students, they will come to the campus, they will conduct some events and then leave, even without the faculty members present in that place. It is all self-organized. That gives you a lot of learning. That is what necessary nowadays. Self-learning is more important. That happens most of the time outside the classrooms. So many opportunities are awaiting for you. Only thing is how you use it to shape your career. I hope the College of Management Studies will guide you through, and I am very sure that when you complete the course, you will have assured job. As said earlier, about 600 companies are visiting SRM for campus trials. You can choose. Again, today you made a choice to join. Similarly, when you complete your course, you will have choice to choose your company also, to choose your career. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the speech. If your action inspires others to dream more, learn more, and become more, you are a leader, says John Quincy Adams. At this juncture, I would like to attribute this proverb to our Chief Director, Dr. N. Sethuraman, because his valuable past makes him important today, and it will make him an impact on the future generation as well. Now, I would like to invite our Chief Director of SRM Institute, Ramapuram.
Very good morning to everyone present here. Distinguished guests, Mr. Balaji Saragopan, Mr. Rajarajan, we are familiar with each other. Even before coming to this forum, we used to meet in Katamurti. Then he was in our SIMS also. And Mr. Jayaraman, our directors, Subhyabharti, Team Sundar, HOD, and our beloved alumni, Susan, and members of the faculty and students. Why should we have index? You are all admitted class. We can come and take classes. Why do you want to have index? What do you mean by it? You should become familiar with your teachers. Maybe that faculty may take classes in the second year. You may be familiar with your dean or HOD. What about other faculty members? You should know about the campus. See, Susan and Sundar, even our director, highlighted the scope of placement. I will be different. Why do you seek job? Developing business leaders. You should become an entrepreneur. You should become leader. You are given training in management, in MBA. You have various subjects: marketing, finance, HR, business analytics, latest business analytics. There are various avenues. See, supposing you become a teacher, a computer science faculty will teach about computer science only. Whereas in MBA, you have varieties. Anybody coming out of this campus with the flying colors will be called MBA graduate. But various avenues. Marketing is not an easy thing. Finance, you should be able to manage, you should advise. In case you get a job, you are placed, you should be able to, you have chosen finance here. You have to advise the organization how to manage the finance. It is not an easy thing. You have to plan it. You should know the difficulties. You should know how to earn, how to increase your revenue, how to control the expenditure. There are so many issues involved. HR. How many of you have chosen HR? Are going to choose HR? Just to say, I'm not going to ask any question. Anybody? 1, 2, please. Oh, you are reluctant. Okay. HR, I don't know what opinion, what idea you have got about the choice you have made. Not just recruiting. Not just recruiting. There are so many things in any organization, even in our own campus. I used to tell my director, Bharati, Subhya Bharati, HRD should be dynamic. They should know the psychology. They should understand the minds of the employees. Just recruiting the employees is not the end all, beyond and end all of everything. Something more than that. You should be interested in their career. You should advise the management. In government, it is called establishment section. They sanction increment. But in MBA HR, after joining this program, when you undergo this program, you come to know. So there are lots of personality development on the whole. On the whole. Personality development. Sundar was narrating how they all achieved number of companies. Of course, with an idea of getting good placement, you have come. Our alumni also narrated how he enjoyed his student days here. In Katamrutur also, when I was registered for Sundar said 9 years, 14 years, I could see the faces of MBA students. We brought many entrepreneurs here also, Sundar, whenever he celebrate any occasion, he used to bring entrepreneurs. When I was talking with Mr. Balaji Sadagopan, I am also living in Anna Nagar, so I asked you. He has established in Anna Nagar 3 places. Choice Kings. See the title. See the name. Remember, just like that Sodrona, in those days people used to say, Chaya Kustora. You will be under the impression that you will be thinking like that. How that can be made in a very interesting manner. Establish 3 branches in Anna Nagar, elite group. People prefer to go there. It's all how you make things. How you can become a leader, not just joining MBA or completing MBA, getting your degree. Study the aspects, various aspects, how you can be different from others. You are second to none in any decision, whether it is HR or marketing or finance or business analytics. I don't know whether anybody has chosen business analytics. We offer. Look, second year, they may have something in their mind. We have an idea. Business analytics. Good topic, good subject. Easy thing. Data analytics. Business analytics. You have to analyze various aspects and advise the organization. How to compete, how to overcome the problems faced by the employees, the difficulties to undergo. Then only you can advise. So, simply if you expand Master of Business Administration, probably a day may come, they may change the even nomenclature. People like Sundar, any opportunity you get them, raise this point. Not just administration, something more than that, yes, right. Developing business leaders, managing things, managing issues. Crisis management, they all depend upon. Scientists will give you the product, How to market that product, that's yours. So, you have chosen a good course, as said by your alumni and Sundar, you have all facilities. You have scope for developing your skills, interacting with your seniors, interacting with the other students. Even if you want to participate in any seminar organized in KPR, Katamrutur, you can go there and participate. You have the liberty to go there. Besides attending other seminar in organized in other colleges and universities. Now make use of this opportunity. Good faculty, good environment, But only thing is, you should become master. You should master the subject. You should be thorough with the subject. Then only you can face any kind of challenges. You have a good day ahead of you. Always hope for the best. Whether you have got the choice of subject or not, I don't know. Whatever you have chosen, whatever you are given, try to involve yourself in that and become a successful entrepreneur, successful leader, successful manager. Best of luck, all the best.
Thank you for the thought-provoking speech, sir. I now request our Chief Director, SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram and 50 campuses, to felicitate the alumnus, Mrs. Jane L.C. Susan.
On behalf of the students.
Now I would like to talk about our most favorite dish, tea. It is said that a cup of tea can make everything better, and I've experienced that the same. And now, for most of us, when we think about tea, the first thing that flashes in our mind is chatting, obviously. Yeah, it is a great privilege for me to introduce our guest, Mr. Balaji Saragopan, the Chief Operating Officer of Chatting. Mr. Balaji is an engineering graduate, started his career as document specialist at DSQ Software. He last worked as Senior Operation Manager at Cinex Corporation's India's division, Concentrix, before ending his corporate career. In 2012, he started his entrepreneurial journey with JBS Venture, which established and managed franchise outlets of brands like Green Trains, Essentials by Tony and Guy, Subway, and etc. Chai King's, his latest venture is the chain of chai retail outlets, the largest in Chennai. In addition, he is an avid traveler, golfer, fitness freak, and freelance as a model, as you can see him right now. With an immense pleasure, I would like to request Mr. Balaji to deliver the keynote address.
First, I'd like to thank the SRM University for inviting me as a guest of honor. Chief Director, Dr. N. Sethraman, Director Subhaya Bharati, Dr. Subhaya Bharati. I miss Dr. for Chief Director as well, Dr. N. Sethraman. Dean, Dr. C. Sundar, and the Chief Guest, Chief Operating Officer of MGM Healthcare, Raja Rajan, respected people on the dais, and the faculty members of the SRM Institute, and my dear students. The first thing I want to say is, I'm not going to do a long speech, right? I've started on the other side. I don't know how many are waiting for us to finish the speech and get started with your course, but I'm going to keep it a little interesting. I'm going to split my speech into 3 parts, right? So the first one is, how did I become an entrepreneur at the age of 36? I quit a successful corporate career and become an entrepreneur at the age of 36 when I was completely settled in life. Then the second one is the story of Chatings. How did we build Chatings? Then the third one is something which I don't like to do, but I want to do it. 5 tips for you guys, like an advice, or you take it as tips for you to start a business or a startup, right? So the first one is, how did I become an entrepreneur at the age of 36? I come from a South Indian family where entrepreneurship was considered a last choice, right? So I don't know how many are 90s kids here, very few. The thing what we have is, the first one is science group, right? There is a lot of pressure for us to take the science group. I don't know if it's true now, but first is science, then you become an engineer. You have no choice. Either you become an engineer or a doctor, or you're not successful. Then the third one is getting a campus job, right? Then you get married. Then you take a home loan, you take a car loan, kids, you settle down in life. Go to work in the morning, come back in the evening. Same thing happened to me till 36. Though I had a dream of becoming an entrepreneur at a young age, my family's circumstances did not allow me to do it. My father was a banker, his dad was a banker. The entire family was working in some public sector or some private sector. So my dream of becoming an entrepreneur, I could not perceive that, but I just continued with the normal job and I was happily settled. So one day during my job, we had a quarterly business review, right? I had a tough time with the client. I was presenting it 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I started sweating. Then I went out, in 10 minutes, talked with my boss, straight away went to the cabin. My co-founder, Sadiq, was sitting in the next cabin. I went and told him, Macha, somebody who don't understand Tamil. I can't do it anymore. We have to start something of our own. I can't take this. So my co-founder is a calm and composed guy. So he said, let's take a break. I said, okay, Paul. So we went to the canteen, we were having tea. Again, we love tea. So we used to take a minimum of 5-6 breaks during our IT job for a tea break. But our first business was not tea. So I told them, we have to start something of our own. My partner said, we don't know anything. Both the families from non-business background thing. So what should we do? So the discussion was like, either you do a own brand or you do a franchise outlet. A franchise outlet is somebody who's built a brand. We take a franchise of that brand and run it. So we thought that's a great thing, right? So somebody is giving us a framework or a model to operate, and we just have to run the operations and make money. So we stepped into entrepreneurship, both quit our jobs. I want to do something of my own. So he said, okay. So 36. So he thought, okay, 36, then they won't make a wrong decision. So we opened our first franchise outlet of a salon. The second time I shot my dad was, he asked me, what are you going to do? I said, salon. Hey, you're not engineering, but it's still salon. I said, no, it's a corporate thing. We want to do multiple brands and all that. So I convinced him. So we started a salon. So the first thing we did is, for a salon, both of us are running in lakhs. So we want to do that, right? So with one salon, we can't do that. So we took all the risk of expanding it. At one point of time, we were running 5 salons, 2 QSR food chains, franchise outlets. Then we ran a medical transcription company. Then we ran a digital design company. So life was completely settled at one point of time. We also felt an entrepreneur at home. So we're very happy. The entire family was happy. At one point of time, we felt that, okay, so we are building a brand for somebody else. So should we do our own brand? Then we decided, okay, we'll start Chinese. So 2 key learnings now, 36 years I started. So even my coach was 34. So you guys are very young. Okay? So there's a lot of opportunities for you guys to start a business and provide jobs. The second learning is you don't need a organized and unorganized sector. Right? There is a big scope for that, right? So there are a lot of unorganized sectors here. So you guys can all think of an unorganized sector and organized sector. There are so many things. And not necessarily your idea should be a unique one. It can be a simple idea, but all that you need is a proper execution. Right? I think generated 24 lakhs in the first year. We are on a run rate of 36 crores this year. And we are planning to open 230 outlets with a vision of doing 300 crores in the next 5 years. We are going to raise a Series A fund. We are in talks with few VCs to do that. So that's the story of charity. So now the last part of the speech, right? So 5 things I want to say. You want to do something of your own. The first one is the idea phase, right? You need to have a good idea, a proper idea where, as I told you, like it can organize an unorganized sector, or it should solve a problem, right? We solved a problem. We solved a problem of women and families who are having a problem going to a tea shop in Chennai. You have not seen women standing and drinking in a tea shop earlier. There are only men smoking cigarette and doing a chit chat, right? Like also, sir, like sir said, we are tea shop we change that thing of women getting into that problem is what we solved there, where people can go and drink tea in an organized place where there is proper hygiene and there is proper ambience. That's the thing what we did. So the idea is something what you guys have to first decide on what you're going to do. Then the second thing is building the team, right? Very, very important. You need to build a proper team to execute the idea. It can be a co-founder. I have a very good co-founder, in fact. See, I don't do a lot of things well, and he does it. So we complement our skills, right? And it's the other way around, right? He does not do a lot of things properly, and I do that well. So we complement each other, and that's helping our business a lot, right? So have a proper team. It may not be a co-founder. It can also be a good team member who you can hire, right? And there are so many people sitting here, and you guys are going to travel for next 2 years together. You can find a co-founder here in this room now. So talk to each other, develop that habit. The third thing is the execution part, right? I can tell you that there can be a brilliant idea in a business which has failed because of improper execution, right? And there is a simple idea which is really done well, they've done well with a proper execution. So execution plays a vital role in the business. We should ensure that whatever idea you're picking up, we have to execute that in a proper way. Then the fourth one is also very important, financial discipline. You need to have financial discipline in business, personal life, everything. I'm not a miser, I spend a lot of money, but I know what I'm spending the money for. So that planning should be there, right? So we took funding, we did not spend the money crazy like how the startups do. We're still in a small office in Mananagar, though we have grown. The thing is, it's not that you don't spend the money, but you have to spend the money at the right time. We did not hire CFOs. We do not hire big people in bigger positions. It's still a founder-driven company. I do a lot of things. I run the operations completely. My partner manages the other part. So we don't have bigger guys from MBA institutions. But there's a time we're going to hire. But this is not the right time. So though we have taken a funding, we have spent it in the right way. So financial discipline is very, very important when you're doing this startup. The last one, very important, integrity, no shortcuts. You just have to ensure that if you have integrity, you can build a sustainable business, right? Very, very important. So these are the 5 things. I can tell more, but I think the time is done. But the last thing, I like the developing business leaders tagline, right? I don't know. How many of you want to become entrepreneurs? Okay. This number should increase. Okay. See, when we were there young, right? In the school, if somebody asks us, how many of you want to become entrepreneur? Hardly 1 or 2 will raise that, right? And you will go back and check their history. Their parents will be a business people, right? None of us were even dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur when we were young. The entrepreneur word itself was not there, I would say, when I was young. It was only business. And the 2 guys who raised their hand in my class were the guys whose parents were either into business or the complete family was into business. And they also did not have anything new. They will say that in upper business now. So that ecosystem has changed now, right? I could see so many people lifting their hands when asked the question, how many of you want to become an entrepreneur? Great satisfaction when you become an entrepreneur. I've been on the both sides. That's why I'm saying that. See, not only the money, forget the money, the fame, all that. The jobs you create. 80% of tracking staffs are from the weaker section, right? We support their families. That's the greatest satisfaction I have got till now becoming an entrepreneur, right? So create more jobs, support more families. You can only do that when you create a successful business. So I think my time is done. Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir, and thank you all so much.
Thank you, sir, for your enthusiastic words with us. One thing I was able to clearly understand from your speech is never settle. Right? And you were also telling about women in tea shops. That is actually very true. And I'm a regular customer to your outlets. It is said that the leader is the one who knows the way and shows the way. Today, we have Mr. Rajarajan, Chief Operating Officer of MGM Healthcare, and I'm greatly privileged in introducing him. Mr. Rajarajan is a powerful blend of visionary leader with a global perspective and strong business acumen. He has been leading various successful ventures in India and abroad, especially in areas of multi-specialty hospitals, oncology, cardiology, diagnostics, and healthcare. He is a member of various institutions in India as well as abroad. I may now invite Mr. Rajarajan to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning. A very warm welcome, students. It's such a pleasure. I would like to thank the opportunity given to me in addressing. First up, Honorable Dr. N. Seturaman, a lawyer in the field of education management. I am also an alumni of this great institution, SRM. My graduation in BSc Microbiology way back in 1999 to 2002. And the last time I came to this campus was in 1999 when we had a function for Thiruvalluvar. I was part of a Tamil Mandram team who we were presenting about, we had a poem section about Thiruvalluvar. I still remember vaguely the first two lines, which says Madanu Bhaviya. That's another name for Thiruvalluvar. I think that was the year when our government also set up the 133 feet tall statue at Kanyakumari in 1999. So it was celebrated with much fanfare, and from our Katangutur campus, we came over here. And after that, I'm just entering this campus now, and phenomenal work, sir. Phenomenal work by the entire SRM group, the entire team members and stuff. Thanks, Mr. Jayaraman, for inviting us along with Dr. V. Subaya Bharati and Dr. C. Sundar. The alumni speech was fantabulous. You set the tone, actually. You did tell them what they could be expecting in this 2 years. One thing which I would proudly say is the diversity. Back in 1999 itself, one institution which used to get students from across the country was SRM, and it was true because my batch had that diversity. We had people from the Northeast, we had people from Delhi, we had people from Punjab, we had people from other neighboring states. So it was such a great experience sharing the learning or doing all the naughty stuff also with various types of people and stuff. So today I'm actually going to talk, my previous speaker spoke about his life journey. I don't have much of life journey, as he said, very regularized one, very South Indian. We were in a business family, and so my parents told me, okay, after finishing schooling, you better get into a job and be settled and all this stuff. So I've had my thrills in my life. I've tried out my hand in entrepreneurial by consulting and all this stuff. But then, being on the, I just turned 40, so being on the other side of 40, it actually sometimes is this thing for a hindrance for doing business consulting and stuff. Maybe in the coming years, I would also become on the entrepreneurial. I'll also take the entrepreneurial plunge. Wonderful experience and stuff. So today, to students, what I have to tell is all about a few things. Again, I've also got it structured into 3 or 4 parts. So one of the first things I would like to start up is by introducing my organization. I should do right to that also. MGM Healthcare is a foreign bed tertiary care multi-transplant unit in Chennai. We have, just like how Chai Kings is disrupting the F&B retail section, we envisage to disrupt the healthcare section. We want it to be a very holistic player. There are a lot of design thinking concepts. In fact, I wasn't successful the first time I tried getting into MGM Healthcare. I was interviewed and then they told me that there was another person who was also given additional portfolio of this. But at the same time, the organization, a cancer company out of Bangalore, which I was working there, promoted me at that time. So it was kind of balanced. But during the first time, one of the important questions to me from some of the panelists and the director of the company was on design thinking. And I didn't know nothing about design thinking back then. So that's wherein I started. I started understanding about design thinking. The next 2-3 years, I made it my mission to know what this design thinking is and what are its application in the healthcare industry, and how can we transform the healthcare industry with design thinking, or disrupt rather, or bring in innovations into our processes and stuff. And believe me, 2 years later, they invited me over again. And this time it was just a mere formality and I got it. But in those 2 years, in between those 2.5, 3 years, what happened was I became a professor of design thinking in one of the reputed colleges in Chennai and teach students on design thinking in healthcare management. So if you set a vision for yourself, if you set a mission for yourself, you need to achieve it. So you need to take all the efforts which are required for that. So today, as many of you are seated over here, taking the plunge into MBA, some of the things which you would be envisioning, your mission would be to become an entrepreneur and start with that, because that's what has to run in the blood and get out at some point of time explicitly. Or to become, leaders in various business houses. To get a 6-month, anybody who doesn't want to get a 6-digit salary here, anybody who doesn't want to, everybody wants to, right? So to keep up with the thing. Innovation, another important thing I would always tell all my mentees or people who I meet with is, what are you innovating in your area and stuff, and what are you changing in your area and stuff. Everybody who likes to be famous and popular, to retire early. How many of you want to retire by 45? Anybody? Oh, there's one. Very good. You should inspire others. Okay, they're all going to be a classmate. So many of you should retire early and start up with a lot of other things. You could start talking, as I said, consulting is one area, what we say for retire early, or you can take the Chetan Bhagat route and start writing books and stuff. To have work-life balance. So that is very, very key. Today I feel guilty. I've learned so much in management. I've done so much with respect to the team. With the team, we have developed so many things and stuff. But one thing is work-life balance, which always goes back. And believe me, the most difficult of management is not my 1,500, 1,600 employees hospital, but my 2-member family, my wife and my son. So that's the most important and difficult thing. 100 years, my wife is also calling me. So, yeah, so to become a business leader, the tagline goes, developing business leader. So each of you would be looking at it. So for this, what you really need to do is, you need to start making a difference right from today. You can't wait. You've taken this plunge. You need to really challenge yourself. You need to push yourself, not just in scholastic activities, but also the non-scholastic activities. Beautifully put forward by previous speakers that there are so many clubs which are parallelly running. You need to experience all those and get yourself exposed to those. Those are all learning. Those would give you a lot of learning milestones and stuff. So most importantly, you need to hardwire excellence into your systems. The next part of the thing, what I would like to say is how you all become smart. SMART is an acronym of being thoughtful and specific. Specific, being whatever goals that you're taking, whatever progress you are monitoring, it should be measurable. And against that, you have achievable. Set targets which you will be able to achieve and be realistic with it. Set timelines which are realistic. That is the T next, the timelines. So I would like to see this batch as a very smart batch who would take all these smart acronyms and go forward in life. Other important thing is we live in a post-COVID world. MGM Healthcare was started, was conceived and conceptualized in 2016. Inauguration was done in 2019. 2019 was when I interviewed with him. 2017 was the year when I interviewed with him when we were in the development phase. 2019, when it was commissioned and listed. By 2020 March, we all started doing what? We started banging a plate with a spoon. What happened? Yeah, we did that first on March 25th or 22nd. Or did we light the diya? Which was first? Did we start banging the plates with the thing, or did we light the diya? One of it we did, right? Between March 20th, weekly affair it became. So that was the start of the COVID. In fact, I was telling the other health tech company that I was working out based out of Chennai, and I was based in Bangalore. So the director had come down from the US, and we had this talk in the month of early February. Since I was in healthcare and I was tracking what is happening with this Wuhan virus back then. So I was telling from December somewhere around 20th, 25th, I started tracking in 2019 about this virus. So 2020, February 1st week, I had a fair idea that, we're getting into something like this. There's going to be some big outbreak here in India because we don't follow any of the norms which many of the other countries do follow with respect to the civic, social cleanliness and those aspects and stuff. So that's when we had a discussion that we are probably getting into this, Ravi, is what I told her. And believe me, a month later, so what happened is by 10th or 12th of March, everybody in my company was alerted of it. 15th of March, we went for, we moved all our staff completely work from home. So they didn't have to wait for vehicles or buses to move to their hometowns. So it was a week later, 21st, the first lockdown was announced, and 22nd onwards, the lockdown started continuing, and which went on for 3-4 months and stuff. Our lives changed completely. But what changed with all those was also something called as we moved into a very active phase of VUCA world. So a VUCA world is something which I would like all MBA students to focus on because this is not the same environment that you will all get into post your post graduation. So it's full of volatility, it's full of uncertainty, it's got its own complexity and ambiguity. So these things can be overcome by volatility can be overcome by having a vision, uncertainty by understanding, complexity with clarity, and ambiguity with agility. So these are the VUCA primes that which I tell to counter the VUCA world, and you are all very well primed for it. You are in a great institution, which also, as I said, I'm also a proud alumni of this institution. So there are many things that you can do. In life, there are very few things you would have a choice in doing, and you have taken a choice to join this institution. Congrats for that. And the next 2 years, as I said, enjoy your time. Do all sort of things, scholastic and non-scholastic. But remember one thing, what got you here won't get you there. So whatever your life goals are, be smart and try to achieve it with all the help. As even Mr. Saragopan had mentioned, co-founders, friends, mentors, faculty members, they're all going to be there for you. Always take the help, ask for help and grow. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational thoughts. You will definitely see us becoming the smartest batch. So we have reached the concluding part of our inauguration ceremony. Now I'd like to call upon our strength, our pillar of support, our HOD, Dr. R. Arunbari, to deliver the thank you note. Thank you.
Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Guest of Honor, Chief Director, Dean Management, all the dignitaries on the stage, and ladies and gentlemen present here. Good afternoon. I feel honored to propose this vote of thanks on behalf of College of Management and on my own behalf. We are all happy and grateful for this successful program. We are grateful to our Chief Guest and Guest of Honor for sparing their valuable time for us and gracing this function. A big thank you to Mr. Rajarajan, COO, MGM Healthcare, for providing so much value to our future managers. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Mr. Balaji Sadagopan, COO, Chai Kings, for his inspirational and thought-provoking speech. I would like to thank our beloved media partner, Business Standard, Mr. Jairam, Regional Marketing Head, for his constant support that radiated a source of energy within us. We are grateful to our Chief Director for his valuable presence and his simple speech today. I would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to our Director, Dr. Subhaya Bharati. Sir, we are all inspired by your words. I would like to express our gratitude to our Captain, Dean Management, Dr. C. Sundar, who is a pillar of strength and a guiding force in all our events and efforts. My profound appreciation to the coordinators of the event, Mr. K. Prakash and Dr. Sivagami, for arranging and coordinating this event fantastically. I also thank all other faculty members who have directly or indirectly contributed to the success of this program. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated student committee and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Thank you. I also thank the supporting staffs, Mr. Shivaguru, Maintenance Manager, Mr. Edwin, Mr. Prem, for assisting us all through this event. Finally, we would like to thank all the known and the unknown hands who have contributed to the success of this program. Once again, I would like to thank each and one of you, and I'm also grateful to thank our prestigious alumni, Jan LC, for coming over here and in the quick time and giving out the speech. Thanks, Jan. I'm grateful for giving me this opportunity. With sincere feeling and gratitude, I would like to take your leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request you all to rise up for national.
पंजाब सिंधु
गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलसितरंगा शुभ नामे जागे शुभाशिष माहे जाहे तव सिराता जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे